Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for a moment of silence.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. You may be seated.
In today's morning rounds, we're looking at the stark medical consequences of the vaping epidemic for one teenager. Surgeons at a Detroit hospital recently performed what's believed to be the first ever double lung transplant on a patient whose lungs were irreparably damaged due to vaping. The patient is just 17 years old. Doctors at Henry Ford Health System say he is slowly recovering. They're pleading with everyone to stop using e-cigarettes. Dean Reynolds has the story.
This is an evil that I haven't faced before.
In early October, this teenage athlete was transferred to the Henry Ford Hospital in Detroit after nearly a month of rapidly deteriorating health. His parents said he had been vaping.
Our teenage patient would have faced certain death if it weren't for the lung transplant.
Dr. Hassan Naimi said the teen's lungs were extremely scarred and inflamed and contained multiple spots of dead tissue. He was in such bad condition that he shot to the top of a national transplant list where most patients spend months waiting for a donor.
You had never seen lungs in that condition before?
I've seen lungs in bad conditions, but this is by far the worst. Essentially, the lungs were completely non-functional.
In before and after CAT scans released by the hospital, doctors point out that the patient's lungs look almost empty, with little room for oxygen. An image of the teen's post-transplant lungs show darkened areas, lungs full of air.
The important thing to recognize is really that everybody that we list or we consider lung transplant for has no other medical options left in order to improve their health or even stay alive.
And that was true in this case?
That was absolutely true in this case, yes.
As of last week, more than 2,000 Americans have been sickened by vaping-related lung injuries. 39 deaths have been confirmed in 24 states and Washington, D.C.
Does it anger you? I mean, this is marketed as a healthy alternative to cigarettes.
I think it is really devastating. This is really so common in schools and amongst teenagers at this point that it's really important that we're emphasizing the health risk of this.
According to the CDC and the FDA, more than 5 million teens report having used e-cigarettes in the past 30 days, with nearly 1 million saying they vape daily.
Anybody who vapes in this day and age is taking the chance to sustain the same damage.
Are these lifelong effects on your lungs?
We're looking at the tip of the iceberg. We don't really understand the magnitude, but as physicians, as healthcare providers, we feel that we have a tsunami coming and we need to prevent it from hurting our people.
For CBS This Morning, Dean Reynolds, Detroit, Michigan.
Well, if that doesn't make you want to stop vaping, at least maybe make you think about it a little bit.
An evil we've never seen before.
That's right. Very strong words.